wherever you might be watching us. It's an exciting moment, of course, to welcome you to this edition of the Political Rumbles here in Call Wave TV. I remain the host anchor Chigozie Ndivo, welcoming you to an exciting moment. Trust you're getting on well with your families and loved ones. How are you preparing for the Unitide seasons? The Xmas is just around the corner, and I hope you are wrapping up and getting things set and ready, of course, to celebrate uh, uh, the life of Christ, the life of love, the life of selfless sacrifice to humanity, that have given us that opportunity. But for us here in Nigeria and several millions of people, they are in no celebration mood because of the apparent uh, hardship due to the incessant inflections. Inflation is a global phenomenon, but that of Nigeria is an exception. I mean, it defies every logic and what should be within the threshold of what is acceptable. And that, of course, has brought so much pain, agony, of which millions are dying in poverty as a result of hunger. And this have informed these positions why Nigerians, I mean, several millions of Nigerians are in no celebration mode because of these economic mishaps, because of the inability, of course, to purchase what the basic things they needed to make and enjoy these seasons. Some, of course, their basic needs have surpassed their real income. And how could such person survive such economic instability? And the government also could not be absolved of the complicity for making life more bearable for the masses because of the government anti-policies, especially in holding or closure of borders. Of most recent, we learned that the borders were opened. Is it a technical approach to that? Nobody knows because we have not seen the big parts of such. We still see some people smuggling some basic commodities, started fruits, such like rice, because they are connected to customs and the power brokers. And that has not made any difference because that monopoly has not been broken. It appears that the government or the people within the corridor of power tends to enrich their promise by giving them that license and, of course, waiver or whatever you call to import such basic commodities that is in high demand. And this have left, of course, an average Nigerian with no option than to, of course, resign over celebration because there is nothing to celebrate except for God who spared our life. We're just grateful to God. And let's see, of course, how this has affected the masses of this country and the way forward has become a very important issues we must discuss here. And it is quite interesting. Let's just watch. MC Drama, good morning. You're most welcome.
All right.
Yes, you once told us you have a family of three with your wife, and with the level of economic mishaps, how are you preparing to celebrate the Unitide, the Xmas?
All right. We are really preparing in a bigger way. I'm preparing big to celebrate this Xmas. Whether the country is burning, whether the country is not burning, we need to celebrate the Christmas because we are putting aside our country when it comes to Christmas. It's the birth of Jesus Christ. So we'll all have to celebrate Christmas. So we are not looking at the economic situation in this country. That's what I used to tell people. Let me tell you something. Not like other people. I will tell you how me prepare for Christmas. I used to prepare for Christmas around January. Yes, I used to prepare for Christmas around January, meaning that I have what I call Christmas savings. I start it from January. Starting from January, I start to save. So when it gets to Christmas, when others are complaining, I don't complain. So that's the truth. So me, if you ask me today, if I'm complaining, I'm going to celebrate this Christmas like before because the money is there. I've already saved for it. I started saving since January to date. So all I need to do, go and withdraw my money for the Xmas. So that's why there's no Xmas I complain. But that's the truth. That's one thing people don't learn. I start to. That's what I call Christmas savings. I have a personal account for Christmas. And let me tell you, my brother, it will shock you to know that that personal savings, I made it a point of duty. I will always drop to 2,000 every day. So calculate to 2,000 from, I don't want store in December. So of course, I'm going to eat turkey, eat everything that I want to eat. I don't care how much you're selling bag of rice. If I want, I can buy two. So it was a stress. So my pity goes to those that don't have the kind of vision that I have. That always believe until when Christmas comes, they start to rush. That my this thing goes to them. But for someone like me, I'm going to enjoy this Christmas like ever. Last year I celebrated Christmas in a big way. You need to see me and my wife. We celebrated this Christmas in a big way. In fact, me and my wife bet on something. 30,000 though she chopped me, but he paid me. Yes, we just did a bet on something. So she was, I think, a particular boxer there. I can't remember. They were trying to have a fight. So and I stood for the other one. Go beat and go die. So she stood for the other one. So eventually they fought, and along the line, the one she stood for win. The thing paid me because even when she won the money, she was mocking me. So you don't they pay me, but you go to endure them. So when I couldn't bear it, I just walked out of the house because she was becoming, she was really hitting me too much. So what I'm saying is that when it's Xmas time, Instagram, I don't complain.
Okay.
I,
Your
I
Xmas season is almost done and dusted.
yeah.
You are ready already for the Xmas, just waiting for the time
Okay, I want
to
to.
take.
I
But
want to.
what about millions of Nigerians who even have
No,
no sustainable income, let alone the one to set aside
bro.
for
That's
Christmas?
okay. Now
How, what becomes of them?
let me tell you what I do, so people don't know my Xmas something. When you save 2,000 naira in a month, are you hearing me? You save 2,000 in a month.
That's
Is a
from Monday to Friday.
yes, Monday to Friday. In a month is 60,000. You understand?
Average of 40.
Now, just in a month, I'm talking of 2,000. We have 30 days in a month. You save, so you're saving 60,000.
Okay, you walk through the 30 days.
Yes, I save every day. It's 60,000. Then that 60,000 naira, you times it times 12 months. My brother, I don't want to talk. You can see how huge the money is. So what I do, apart from this thing, I try to reach out to those ones that couldn't afford anything. I buy things for some people that I know they are less privileged, that couldn't afford rice and all those things. I always speculate anything like 100 and something thousand out to reach out to those ones. So I have a way I do my Christmas. And ever since the day I tried that strategy, I've never moved back. I love doing it because I hate when Christmas is at the corner for me to be looking like a fool. So when the money is down, so when you can imagine if I could save 60,000, and at the end of the day, that you tell me so about up to 700,000. You understand? So there's money in my account and it's for Christmas alone. So you can see how big I am. So that's what I'm trying to say. So in my own case, please, I want to encourage Nigerians. This time Sigama does is Christmas. And I don't complain, but I'm very strict to that service.
Exactly, and
I'm very
that
strict.
is working for you.
It's working for me. I'm very
Before you
strict.
could save to 2,000, there are
Yes.
people whose salary
Yes,
on monthly basis are not up to 60,000,
yes, yes, of course.
let alone setting
But
anything
there is a way.
aside.
There is a way they themselves. Okay, let me put it this way: if you cannot get to 2,000, 500 a day. See, the thing is that we only look at the distance is what you are looking at. But for general, not be general one enter yesterday. Before you know December, you are gone. But you are like now, as I'm talking to you, my bank account is full. So I'm not complaining this December.
Maybe I think after this program, I will meet
I
you
know
so
no
that we
problem.
can
I
discuss.
mean no problem because this
I
this
hope, I hope you
December,
will not.
no problem. I tell
Okay,
this December I'm not complaining
MC Grammar,
because on the day of December you will see all kinds of wine.
possibly. Okay, I will be visiting your home now.
There's no problem.
Thank you so
So
much
you
for your
come
wonderful
around, there's no
submissions.
problem. All right. So
Yes,
my let me just put it this way. You can see my hand. Some people are just yes. I just raised it up. Pepsi and this thing just here. Somebody just saw me. Instagram, I'm watching you on this thing. Wait, come mineral, come buy this one. What's it called? Bonds or whatever.
Opa.
It just no, no bonds or this thing.
Okay,
Just
egg
fill
roll.
it. Yes, egg roll. Just bought it and listen. These are my lovers watching me on your TV station. So he told me that he saw me on he watched me and an excellent speech for me and all those stuff. So he bought this one for me. So this Xmas celebration. So I'm already celebrating the
You're
Xmas
already in the
already.
mood of
I'm
celebration.
already in the mood of
You're not
celebration.
part of those who
So
are no
I'm not
mood
so
celebration.
like I said, please, Nigerians, I'm not trying to use this to mock some people. No. But I'm saying something. If some of you could adopt my strategy, it will help you. December time, I don't complain. There is savings. So that's
Thank you
just me.
so much,
Thank you very
MC
much.
Grammar. The celebration mood is already in the air, according to MC Grammar. His strategies is working for him, but the reality is that there are millions of Nigerians who has no hope or any idea where the next meal comes from, let alone having any savings set aside for the unitary seasons. And being that the inflation, of course, has eaten almost 80 to 90% of the monetary value of naira or the salaries, of course, and the workers are calling for a review, an upward review of their salaries, of course, to reflect the realities of today's economy. Yes, and also one thing we must point out is a season of sharing love. Of course, if God has blessed you with the material things, you could also, out of the little you have, extend to others around you. And I want to use this opportunity to remind Mr. Olawale also. I think Ola Adewale, in anticipation for the promise you made to us, we are still, of course, anticipating and appreciating you in advance. This is just the unitary season, so that possibly for the reviewers who are here, could also feel some uh, good gestures from you. And of course, it's open to all viewers across the globe. You may want to celebrate the reviewers who has been honestly contributing to this, the success of this program all the way. And we must appreciate them the little we can, of course. And to your loved ones, this is a season. Yes, indeed. Most people cannot afford just a bag. We are just discussing just behind the camera, and somebody said, "How many families can afford a chicken? A chicken, you see, a chicken. How many people? A kg of turkey now. A kg of turkey as of today is Monday. As of Friday is 5,500. Turkey 5,000 no 5,500 because I priced it just a kilo, and a hen or a chicken, what do they call am, hen or cock, is within 20 to 25,000. Just imagine, unbelievable. But this is the realities of Nigeria. I remember those days when you can take two or three, at least average of two or even one. Now, how many families can just cough out 20,000 for a chicken? What about other condiments, and even the rice is no longer affordable? Well, it is the reality on ground. But then let's hear from Mr. Charles how you are preparing. And Nigerians are in no celebration mood. Mr. Charles, you should be inviting me and the car wave crew members to your homes for this Ember celebration.
Chigose, please, can you permit me to say good morning to Mr. Ola, Professor Jewo Okwade, Mr. Dennis, Mrs. Joy, a whole lot of them, Mr. Andrew. Good morning and happy Xmas and a wonderful New Year. My brother, thanks for the compliment. Well, we thank God. You can come to my house. I think I have a bottle of water. We can drink water. The most important thing is life. And anybody that will actually come out to this
I've
place.
been thinking what I say, right? Do
I,
you have a different water that is not the usual one?
I can't give you what I don't have. I can only give you what I have. That is what I have this season. That is the level. That is the level, honestly speaking. So let's not continue beating around the bush, lying to ourselves.
You have neither gold nor silver.
I don't have.
But what you have, you
is
give.
what I will give. Water, honestly speaking. We are not smiling. The Nigerians are not smiling.
But your name is not Peter now. Peter and John.
My name is Charles, but my Igbo name is Izuchukwu. You know that. Wisdom. But all I know is that what I have, silver, no gold do I have, but what I have, I will give you water. The season.
So, how do Nigerians, of course, navigate through this unfortunate economic mishaps? Bedeviling them. These are families. We have families of 4, 5. Even sometimes it becomes almost impossible for a single person to survive this economic mishaps. How do you, of course, how do you think they can't get out of this?
We are actually in a situation whereby nobody asks you whether you don't chop belly food again. What they ask you, you don't eat. Nobody will ask you whether you are okay, whether you are satisfied with what you have eaten. What people will ask you is, hope you have eaten. You don't expect Nigerians to be happy when we have bad governance, when we have bad politicians all over. A politician that can spend about millions, about 300 million within themselves, while an average Nigerian who is actually begging them just for a salary of 35,000 naira. What can a 25,000 naira buy this season? You as a single man cannot even feed yourself. Sometimes I pity people like you that have families. I pity people that has 1, 2, 3 to 4 children. Your wife is there, and this is a season. And then when a season where when you don't make your children happy, they will begin to look at you as if you are a failure as a father. Because they don't understand the hardship of the economy. They don't understand the differences between when they were enjoying and when they are not enjoying. Because what they look at it is that when Mr. A family is buying clothes for his children and you cannot buy for your children begin to look down on you. Because they look at you as if you are nothing but a total failure to them.
They don't understand.
They don't. So that is the problem.
It's not their fault anyway.
That is the level we have found ourselves. Nigerians are not smiling. So if you look at yourself as if everything is actually okay with you, the only thing we should be proud of in this country is nothing but life, because it is only life that most of these politicians cannot take away from us. Our life is the most important thing, and I believe none of them can actually take away the life that God has given to us. But
of course, they do take away lives. The one that happened in Kaduna is not the government instrument of the state that took away lives of Nigerians. Over 127 people. I was pondering over Nigeria. So what are we really enjoying free? Before I used to say that it's only air that we enjoy free. But when I go to the statistics, global statistics about the infant mortality rates, people who die as a result of pollution, I understood that Nigeria has the highest infant mortality rate as a result of air pollution and water pollution. So I know it was not done on me that even the air I thought was free. In Nigeria, it's not free. Because just imagine Lagos. The atmosphere is saturated with pollution, heavy smoke, monoxide, carbon monoxide, which is leading to the deaths of innocent children. So even the air is not free because we are paying some a costly price for inhaling a contaminated air. People are dying. People that are asthmatic cannot even walk on the streets of Lagos. Yesterday was church, and when someone was leading in the prayers, he made me wept. He said most of the things we call up as prayer points, if Nigeria was working, we shouldn't even call them up in the first instance. There shouldn't be a prayer point. Praying to eat, God to provide shouldn't be by the virtue of your qualification as a graduate and as a young man. You should be gainfully employed if Nigeria is working. So asking for God to give us food already has made the provisions. But unfortunately, this is Nigeria. I'll just continue as what you are discussing. How is the government contributing to this economic mishaps?
My brother, the government, I call them business selfish politicians, because if these people actually have the interests of the masses at heart, then this is election. Can you just turn the camera so that our diaspora will see the faces of Nigerians? Nobody is smiling.
Of course.
Nobody is happy. How much is ordinary a derica of rice? We are talking about 1,001.
1,001, yes.
1,001. Even depending on the kind of rice you want to buy.
The long one is 1,002.
My brother,
My wife told me yesterday, say, imagine. I didn't even respond to her. I said, I don't tire for all
my
this,
brother, let's tell ourselves the truth. There's no need coming over to this television house, to radio house, telling people what happened in 1970, telling people what happened in 1980. What is actually happening now? That is the problem. What exactly is going on in Nigeria now? People are not happy. This Christmas is around the corner. In those days, you begin to perceive the aroma of Christmas. You know what I mean by aroma of Christmas? I don't mean frying of meat. No, you begin to see people dancing, jubilation, happiness almost everywhere. But look at what the scenario we have found ourselves.
I remember, sorry for cut, I remember those days, even from 1st of December, we started celebrating as children.
Yes.
I didn't see that excitement even in my children. I was just keenly observing such, not even in other children.
That is the situation we have found ourselves. Are you getting me? We are actually in a situation whereby the politicians do not have the interest of the masses at heart, but they have forgotten something. There's always life after politics. You can still step down from that particular position you found yourself, and another person will, it's just the world is not like a ladder. So once you are climbing up, don't always destroy the ladder that took you up. So Nigerians are not smiling. Look at the way Nigerians are suffering. Honestly speaking, if somebody will come out here and lie to himself that what things are actually occurring well within the society, I think the person is actually trying to make fool of himself, because Nigerians are not happy. Diasporas, you can turn your camera, our diasporas are dead. I always advise most of the people that found themselves in abroad. Abroad has, when we go to most of these Western countries, a developed country, they have conquered hunger.
Exactly.
They have conquered hunger. Hunger
Shouldn't be the problem. When you have more than 90% of your population poor, multidimensionally poor, and you are telling me that you are a government, you're not even ashamed to be the president, to preside over 150 million impoverished citizens, and you're still bagging yourself as a president. Isn't that madness?
My brother, it's a shame. It's actually, this is
the height of madness.
This is the situation we have found
It should
ourselves.
be in a state of emergency.
This is the situation we have found ourselves, because we are actually supposed to be enjoying democracy, but according to Fela will say it's not democracy, democracy. Democracy is meant for the people to enjoy and feel the dividends of democracy. But we are not feeling anything. Turn your camera. If it were in those days, like I give you an example, when you go to most of these offices, filling station, you begin to see decoration all over.
Decoration, see,
People
yeah,
will decorate
not decoration.
Christmas period. People will begin to decorate because that is the aroma, that is the sense, the sensitivity I'm trying to pull out to the world. But nobody is actually doing that anymore because sometimes I ask myself, are you really sure that the jingle bell has not been broken or has not been lost? Because you cannot see the jingle bell ringing anymore. Tune your radio house, either you hear that one has been killed, the politicians have been given 300 million naira each person, nothing like jingle bell anymore. Nigerians are suffering. Chukos here, we are actually suffering. Forget the fact that the only thing that gives us joy, let me tell you the truth, what gives me joy every morning, even if I don't have, is to come out here every morning and express myself. Because I've derived and I feel joy in doing such. But talk about that we are enjoying. You can school. This is a country where a Nigerian can go to school, but at the end of the day, you are nowhere to be found. Schooling as a lawyer, schooling as a medical student, you are there to do what? To become the hope of your family.
Honestly, if Nigeria is working 4,000
What are you saying?
consultants and medical consultants wouldn't be contemplating of leaving the source of this country. You know the implication of that?
It's a problem. It's a problem.
It shows that even those who are lettered, who are learned, are not finding it easy. Even the Zikers is no longer easy for the Zikers here. You see, when that young man said that what we are using as prayer point shouldn't be,
it's not supposed to be a prayer point.
it shouldn't be a prayer point.
Nigerians in
Our
diaspora.
prayer point should be how to conquer exploit the air, the galaxies, the Milky Ways.
Do you know that?
Huh? And you are talking about to buy a bag a rice.
Statistics have proven it today that Nigeria has one of the most talented youths in the world. But what is the problem? The atmosphere to strive. The government cannot support you. What are you talking about?
The atmosphere, the environment is hostile.
Very, very hostility.
Very hostile to the survival of the same Nigerian citizens.
Today is
Honestly.
a week. Today is just Christmas. You cannot even
Is it a week today?
Today,
Today is what?
On Monday, today is 18.
You are right. Too.
On Monday is Christmas. You cannot even post of ordinary a derica of rice. You cannot even post of ordinary. This is forget about meat, rice alone, so that you even eat because we know that yes, even if you have eaten all those things all the while, but at least these are the joys that it takes in that comes in with Christmas. But you cannot see that. That is the sense of wickedness, the sense of wicked art we have found ourselves in this kind of wicked country that call themselves Nigeria. Nigeria is supposed to be one of the most happiest country in the world because everything, mineral resources that God has given to every world, I think Nigeria has it. We are not supposed to be begging. What we're supposed to be doing is enjoying ourselves so that at the end of the day, everybody will be set aside. You enjoy yourself. Christmas is around the corner. You won't be thinking. A phone will ring. Your phone will ring. You'll be afraid. You don't know whether they are asking you for money because you don't have. It's a shame that you are even in Lagos. Somebody will call you from your village, and then you are still asking somebody from the village to borrow you money. And then what kind of nonsense government is that you left your village?
That is quite sad, honestly. Let's just hear a voice community said, good morning to the team of Call Wave CB. We appreciate you. Good morning. We are, of course, here and direct every moment, every now and then to relate to you what is happening, the true unbiased events, reportage here in Nigeria. And we'll also, of course, solicit your support if you consider that necessary to keep us doing this good job to humanity. Frank Ibe, good morning. He said, good morning everyone, Frank Ibe. Yes, Voice Community also said, well done for expressing the truth. He's talking to Charles. He said, Charles, thank you,
sir.
for expressing yourself. Yes, and yes, we continue with this, encouraging everyone to express your own feelings and position regarding this reality. If you're in diaspora, of course, you should know better that things has fallen apart and the center could no longer hold. Not even, those who used to ordinary could not even disturb, could not even contemplate on the calling on their diaspora relatives. And now calling, I beg, help us. Say things don't cross Water don't pass
Water
Gary.
don't pass Gary.
Water don't pass Gary, and that is the reality here. Now, imagine somebody earning 30,000 or even 100,000. You discover that that is not sustainable, and it is quite sad, honestly. How is the government cushioning the effects of this economic mishap, inflation, recession? Is there any deliberate attempt on the part of the government, to cushion the effects of this on the masses?
What?
It appears that this is just a jungle. If you survive, you are your own. You are your own.
That is just it.
The jargon will say you are your own.
That is just it. And this is our country. This is our land.
At the mercy
This
of
is our
the
home.
Almighty,
At the mercy of, you see,
of nature.
we are not supposed to be living as if we are living in a jungle. This is your father's land. You should be very, very happy and comfortable living in this particular land. But sometimes you are even afraid. You are even afraid. You see, sometimes when you know the most important thing in Nigeria now, you are happy when night comes because you're going to sleep off. You are not thinking about any other thing again. Immediately, most of these Muslim brothers shout their prayer, morning prayer. They wake you up. You begin to think another wahala for the day have started. You cannot even, when you're talking about the politicians, they are not even after whatever you are doing. The Nigerian politicians are nothing but after their own selfish interests. We are talking about politicians that if actually you have the interests of the masses at heart, at least you have a lot of things you are put in place. In those days, I remember when we were growing up in those days, you find out that most of these people, most of these politicians are good, they are very, very good then. You go to their various houses, they give you whatever you need. Then, but what are we seeing? Most of these politicians, at the end of the day, you see them flying to different countries, enjoying themselves in an executive private jet and other things. But
My pain is that Benin Republic here, somebody told me, confided to me, is that a bag of rice is not up to 9,000 within 8.5. Benin Republic, there is just distance from the Benin Republic
just
to Lagos,
Badagry here.
Badagry. You see? And yet, Nigeria is selling 63,000 a bag of rice. I intend to travel to the east. The transportation was once 23, 25,000. Now it's 35,000. Today is 18th. In the next 4 days or more, it might get to 40. Just to travel to east, Owerri. Ayatozirato na Nigeria. In fact, Ayatozirato, what is exactly, some people will say, are we stranded? Are we under siege? What is happening?
We are, you see, the country, we are actually in trouble. But well, we must not forget that we have our Creator. God is still. What I know and what I believe is that the God we are serving is also at the God we are serving is also at the business of what? Blessing his children. He will never allow shame to be a reproach to us because we are in a situation whereby sometimes you look at yourself, you don't know where to go. Is it left or right? You finish your school, your whole family are now putting bodies on you as you're going to become the joy and the joy of the family. You enroll yourself as a medical student. You enroll yourself that you want to become a legal practitioner. You enroll yourself you want to become an accountant, a political scientist. Your family, a lot of family can even go as far as selling land just to train you in school, believing that you're going to be the hope of the family. Then after graduating from school, you find out that the problem you are seeing is even better for you to go back to that school than becoming a graduate because of what we are seeing in Nigeria.
Honestly, see what
They
Frank
don't
said
even.
here. Mr. Frank Ife said, my brother, please, we are Biafrans, not Nigeria. I strongly agree with your opinion. You have the right to your opinion, and of course, if the Biafrans will solve the problem of humanity, I strongly advocate for it. I stand by it without any apology to anyone. And that we, of course, at this time, consider vulcanizing. splitting of this country because it has never worked. How can over 90% of the supposed citizens impoverished? We are more impoverished than China, that has a population of 1 point something billion. You can imagine that.
Every average Nigerian dreams to even go to China now. A country that is more, the population is times two of Nigerian population.
What is times two?
Times 10.
1 point something billion.
You see, I'm just giving an example. Now, you are talking about China here.
1.2.
A China that even you are even happy to see yourself there. But what are the population of Nigerian? Every mineral resources that God. Let me give you an example. If you go to my maternal home, if you go to my maternal home, the stones, I think I have said it here some time ago, but instead, Ishagu to be precise, these stones, gravels that you are seeing, they has it there in a highest even. If you see the kind of gravels they have there, mineral resources in a state there, you begin to ask yourself, is this thing actually Nigerian? A lot of mineral resources almost all over. But
people hijack
few
it
people
and
decided to
exploring it.
hijack
They are mining
the
it.
mineral resources that we have,
Pocketing the
thinking
money.
that it's going to become their private and their family businesses. And it's a shame to Nigeria. It's a shame to these politicians, because what I always tell them that they should always remember there's always life after politics. You can always become a politician today. Go and ask most of the Obasanjo, where is Obasanjo today? Obasanjo,
He's on the farm eating the money in bezels.
there's always life after politics. So whatever you are doing, do it right so that in due time, posterity will always remember you for good. It's very, very bad that when posterity is actually remembering you for the bad effects, for the bad attitude you have inflicted to Nigerians. Thank you very much, Mr. Chigoji.
Thank you so much, Mr. Charles. Yes, we have with me here esteemed comrades. But the reality is that no matter where we found ourselves, there are people who might be looking up to us, who possibly we might be relatively better off than they. We should extend some gestures to them as a way of course, encouraging humanity. The little we can. Good morning. Nigeria is in no celebration mood. Why Christmas is just a week today? Charles reminded me that it's just a week. I have not even putting it into consideration. Christmas is just a week today.
Yeah, Christmas for a week today, but Nigeria they are not rejoicing at all because everything's hard in this country. No naira in the bank, no job, no nothing in Nigeria now. That's 95% of Nigeria now. They are not happy that Christmas is around now.
As a businessman, how the patronage? How are you coping with the business? You have bills to pay, you have NEPA bills, you have rent, shop rent, you have other levies from the government. How are you coping up?
It's not easy at all. Like in Nigeria now, is you walk like ant, you walk like elephant, eat like ant. When you make little money, you make in your business or your work. After you pay all the whole dues, you see that you don't have anything ending of the day. That is, the suffering is too much in Nigeria now.
So, what do you think could be the way forward?
Yeah,
Are you planning to leave this country or you are planning to relocate any other place?
my brother, nobody put sugar in your mouth to waste spit except he had diabetes. I myself that if I have any opportunity to move, I'll leave because no hope in Nigeria again.
No hope in Nigeria.
Yes.
So, are you planning to celebrate the Christmas with any friends and loved ones? What are your preparations?
Um, Not even in Nigeria, how many people have friends again? The one you have that if you meet them, they don't have anything. The little one you have, you would like to manage it with your family. Whether we have, because in Nigeria it's very hard to see a family that eat 2 square meal. It's only 1 square meal. That 1 square meal is by grace of God. Now you cannot say that you want to go and meet your friend, you follow and celebrate Christmas. You will ask yourself whether that your friend have. Okay, look at in Nigeria now, a bag of rice is almost 60 something thousand. A family that have like 3 children or 4 children, you are collecting salary of 50,000, 40,000 naira, 60,000 naira. Can you go and meet that family and celebrate with that family? The answer is no, because that family don't have. You check yourself, you don't have anything. Now you want to buy ordinary soft drink now in Nigeria now. Ordinary Coca-Cola, you buy like 400, 350. Maybe you have like 5 children. When you buy like one 1 dozen, that is 12. Your 5 children, they will collect one. That if you have visitor, you can manage give that visitor one. That is not now again. Everybody just they manage themselves little by little by little. Let them make the ulcer will not affect the person. Now I myself I don't have friends I say I will go and meet and celebrate the Christmas.
So the first speaker, analyst, said that he plans for December, Christmas from January, setting aside to 2,000 every day. Do you think that is feasible within the Nigerian economy? For
Um,
those earning lower or those who are in business that is not flourishing?
Thank you, my brother. Example, you are 72,000 from January to December. Let me say 3 times in a week. In a month, you give it 2,000 times 2,000 times 4. You give it
8,000.
8,000. 8 times 12. That's 8 times 10. You give you 80,000. That's you give you 88,000 naira. Um, 90 something thousand naira in a month. Okay, when you are saving it, do you remember that you can have little problem can take that money away immediately. Ending of the month or ending of the year, you don't have anything again. That is like you see that Christmas is closer to you. That's what is coming in Nigeria because we must pass one problem or the other every day or every month. Now you have 7,000 naira. It's true. It can be possible. Some people that do not have that 2,000 naira to save. There is some people from
Their
January.
salary, when you divide their salary by 30 days, it's not up to 500.
My brother,
After removing
500 naira,
transportation.
500 naira is too much. Let me say that. Let me do small analysis now. You are collecting 60,000 naira. Abi? You are working in Lagos Island. You're collecting 60,000
That
naira.
one na for transport, you will finish am.
You don't reach anything.
You know fit.
Okay, from this our area now, we are staying in Obawale here. You are working at Ogba here, and you are collecting 40,000 or 30,000 naira. Sales here in Ogba here or sales boy in Ogba here is 25,000 or 30,000 naira. Minus your transport, check whether you can get 300 naira a daily.
You know it's not possible.
Minus transport, you never talk about your food,
Your food
your
and,
cream, your everything. You know that you can see 300 or 200 naira a day. That is no work.
Yeah, I have been in that show. Thank you so much for your wonderful submissions.
Thank you.
Yes, SM fans, we appreciate you. Please kindly hit the like buttons, share, and of course, turn on the notification buttons so that you can get our videos immediately it's being uploaded. Once again, thank you, SM fans. I use this opportunity to appreciate you for standing in, of course, standing by us all this length and every morning coming to get the Obenga news here in Corweb TV. My prayer is that the good Lord will remember you at your own point of need and, of course, shower his blessings in this Yuletide. And, of course, wishing you the Happy New Year in advance and Merry Christmas. On this note, of course, we wrap it up. Wishing you all the best. We shall resume here in the next edition to continue the in-depth analysis of events. Remain blessed and have a fantastic season with your families and loved ones coming from Chigozie Ndebo, the host anchor. Bye.